Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And in the words, and I haven't done this for a while actually, of the greatest Premier League manager of all time, Unai Emery, good evening. And welcome to another episode of the Reading FC podcast sports show. Today we will be reviewing, talking about the Sheffield Wednesday game, and we will be building up to the first home game with fans that I will be attending as well on Saturday, tomorrow for everyone. We'll be building up to that.
Tomorrow for you as well.
Yeah, tomorrow for everyone and us, because we're recording this on Friday morning. So it's exciting. We've got a bit of breaking news, I would say. I tweeted about it the other day, but not a lot of people saw it or heard about it. So I will be saying what we will be doing for that. So that will be coming nearer to the end of this sports podcast. So yeah, let's get into it. It was a very interesting. Before we get into it, I have to do the spiel. So you know the skip if you've done this bit already. Don't forget to go and follow and subscribe all of our YouTube, Soundcloud, Spotify, or Apple Podcast areas where you will get instant notification for whenever our podcasts go live. Don't forget as well to go and click the bell on the YouTube channel where you will get instant notification of when we go live. And don't forget, down below in the description is the link to all of our social media pages. So please go and follow us on there. We just hit over 300 followers on Twitter. So thank you ever so much for that. We're nearly hitting 200 followers on Instagram. So very much looking forward to that. So massive thank you to everyone. We get a lot of stick on this podcast. We get a lot of shit from people that don't want us around because of crybabies that try and block us. Probably about me. I get a lot of shit, but we get it from people that try and block us, lying about us, to saying stuff about us to try and cancel us. But we won't ever go away. You lot have got to realise this. You lot can say what you want. I couldn't give two shits anymore, and we will be doing what we want to do moving forward. So if you want to be here, enjoy it, tag along, help us out, help us grow. If you don't want to be here, then we don't force you to watch our videos. So, right, get into it. I want to say a massive shout out to RFC Joe. He tweeted out his top 10 podcast lists on Spotify at the year end, and we were in his top 3, which is very, very nice. And it's very good to see that people are listening to us. And we're trying to branch out and do different things. We're doing 4 different things a week now. We do Reading, wrestling, Formula 1. I want to say as well, with the Formula 1, we called George Russell to go to Mercedes the day before it got announced, me and Josh. So that was quite cool to see. And we do NFL, which at the moment, the NFL is absolutely blowing up. And we can't thank you guys enough for all the support that you've given us over the past 2 weeks of the NFL show. I'm learning a lot more. Looking into stuff more as well, so I can give you better content with everything going on as well. So yeah, let's get into the Reading podcast, shall we? So, Mr. Ryan, we discussed this a minute ago. Before we get into, probably, I think we both agree.
You wanted me to stop talking about it because I was going to get too angry.
Yeah. The worst refereeing performance that we've ever seen. Let's talk about the lineup. So the lineup went Raphael, Holmes, Morrison, Moore, Richards, and then it was Reno, Lauren, and then it was Elise, Semedo, Ijaria, and up top was Lucas Jow. There was no Yaku Mete. He apparently picked up a knock in the Bristol game, but he should be, according to reports, back fit. Maybe it was just resting this week. But he should be back fit for the Nottingham Forest game coming up for you guys tomorrow and for everyone tomorrow. So what did you think of that starting 11? That was practically perfect, wasn't it? With the exception of Mete.
Yeah. Tell you what, I think I was out on Wednesday evening, and I didn't actually see the lineup until the game had started. But yeah, obviously Mete's a big miss and kind of proved it. I think that was the kind of game that he would have made a massive, massive impact. But as for lineup, I thought, yeah, pretty much perfect.
So let's go into the first half. Let's discuss the half by half, shall we? I think all of the incidences come in the second half, apart from
No,
the red card was the first, wasn't it?
and their goal.
So let's talk about the first half. What did you make of Reading? First half. When you were watching the game, what did you think?
I thought we didn't play too badly. Yeah, I thought we were quite good the first half. There was only one thing missing, and that was the final touch, the finish. As you probably saw at halftime, we were dominating possession, but one key thing that I did notice, I noticed especially after we went 1-0 down, but I didn't really look beforehand. But we had a goal kick, and you see quite a few teams do the high press on us, where we'll have Morrison Moore either side of the 6-yard box, and they'd have 2 players at the edge of the area. On Wednesday, Sheffield Wednesday's highest up player up the pitch when we had a goal kick was at the edge of the centre circle in their own half. And obviously, I said before, Sheffield Wednesday are a very difficult team to break down. There's a reason they've only conceded 13 goals this season. Kept a clean sheet against Bournemouth and beat them. Kept a clean sheet against Watford, drew 0-0. They're not a pushover. Hence why beforehand, before the game, I said 0-0 draw. I thought they were going to be difficult to break down. As for the goal, the first goal, I think it was a great header from Patterson. Great cross. It's just one of them.
It's one of those things that you could see that the defender and the goalkeeper got mixed up in who's meant to be, and also Laurent as well didn't track his runner. He was by Laurent, and then Laurent was jogging back and wasn't really paying attention for him then to run behind and go and get it. And I think it was a massive mix-up between Raphael and Moore for it to go in. I think Raphael thought Moore had it, and then as soon as kind of Patterson had it, his feet weren't ready to sort of make that dive or try and stop it. But it was a good goal. And then the red card happened. Let's talk through the red card. For me, it is a red card, but I can also see the Sheffield Wednesday side when they say it's not, because it's not the tackle, it's the follow through. And that's the bit that I think got him the red card. It wasn't the first intent of the tackle, because the first intent was to get the ball. And you could see he was about to get the ball, but Richards moved out the way. But it was the follow through that gave him that. I think the overall opinion of it is, if you give the referee enough time to think about it, he's going to brandish that red card, especially that referee anyway. Bless you.
Thank you.
Well, what did you think about it?
I thought that red card was the only good thing that the ref done in the whole game. And I'm not on about awarding the red card. I'm on about the fact that he gave the foul and then he gave himself time to make the decision. But on the other hand, I do also think that he believes he made the wrong decision, and then to even it up, denied us 4 clear-cut penalties in the second half. Yeah,
and then before we get onto those, let's talk about the goal. Richards went down pretty easy outside the box, but gave the referee no choice but to give the free kick because of it. And then Joel, if you watch the NFL podcast, you will see the reaction of me when we scored, because I was watching it at the same time. So you will see. But for me, I thought that was a beautiful cross by Ajaria.
Yeah, inch perfect.
for Joe. It was more that was so easy for him to score because all he needed to do was a little touch and it was in.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Poor defending from Patterson. He was too worried about trying to give him a cuddle than actually defending the set piece. Also, you say about the foul being a bit of a dodgy one, but as we've already said, he gave him the option.
Mm-hmm.
And from the perspective of Kadeem Harris, you don't put two hands on the attacker's back.
So I think the first penalty incident was Omar Richards when he went down in the box.
Yeah.
And then he gave it he said it was a dive, the referee, and gave it
I think he gave it as a foul by Richards on the.
Yeah, he said, yeah, and he gave it the other way. The other one was the handball.
No, next one was the Baldock one. The second one, Baldock one. In real time, I didn't think it was a foul, to be honest. But the more I see the replay back, the more I think it was. It was very close because it's just a wild swing of the leg from the Sheffield Wednesday defender who's trying to clear the ball away, and Baldock has just got there seconds before.
Yeah,
has just beat him to the ball, and then he's caught the defender's call Baldock instead of the ball. But I can see why he wouldn't have given the penalty. In my opinion, if I was ref in that game, I don't think I would have given that as a penalty.
Yeah, and then you got Ejaria that was fouled. No, so he wasn't fouled. He was foiled. But there was another one. There was the handball incident, and then there was another foul that he gave it the other way as well.
That handball.
That is the most blatant handball I've ever seen.
How has he not seen it?
Maradona would have been proud of that.
They showed a replay after the game of the angle from behind the goal, and the ref had a clear view of it. Like, I said it in the group chat, and Adam spoke about it on the Instagram Live after the game. But Adam Reach has practically caught it.
Mm-hmm.
The ball has probably touched his hand for a good 4 or 5 seconds.
At least.
I don't see how that has not been given.
I don't understand the point of what was he seeing for him not to give those as a foul. It's unbelievable. I don't understand. In that match, Reading had 78% possession.
That's not.
They had 20 shots in total. 6 were on target. 7 corners. 1 offside. No yellow cards. No red cards. We currently sit 4th in the table. 1 point off first. We've got Nottingham Forest coming up, which we are at this precise moment 14 points ahead of in the league. They currently sit 21st. We sit 4th. Looking at the table so far and looking at our season so far, I think we still will be in the mix till the end of the season. But that game that we just played gives us massive hope of how we can see Paunovic's team going to play, like to control the ball, attack a bit more, maybe not get the shots off enough to test the goalkeeper enough, but it's good attacking, good looking football to watch.
Yeah, there was a lot of positives from the game. I think other than that momentary lapse of concentration which Sheffield Wednesday scored from, I don't think you can really fault anything.
No.
Maybe test the keeper a little bit more. But that's another one. All three of them, right, I've said this a lot to you before. Football has an element of luck. When we lost them 4 games in a row, then drew with Millwall, we just weren't getting the luck. There's other, like, I think every single one of them games, we come out of saying, well, we haven't played badly. We just missing something.
Mm-hmm.
And then you saw it with the Bristol City game. That first goal from Ajaria, that's the luck that we were missing.
Yeah.
And then Sheffield Wednesday game Wednesday, we didn't get that little bit of luck because, yeah, we should have got at least 3 penalties. Mm-hmm. But on another day, different ref, we would have got them. We beat them 5-1. It happens. As I think it was Niall in our group chat said, like, people call them for VAR. That's also one of the things that we love about football. Sometimes it happens for us. Sometimes it happens against us. If it was the other way around and we'd just drawn 1-1, being down to 10 men for 60 minutes, the other team being denied four clear penalties, we'd be loving it. We'd be taking the piss. We'd find it so funny.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best things about football. The fact that you can argue things like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think, and I completely agree with what you said. So it's interesting to see what happens moving forward. But let's move on now. Let's talk about Nottingham Forest. We've got them coming up. Let's talk about our history. So Reading versus Nottingham Forest, we've beaten them 16 times. We've drawn against them 12 times. They've beaten us 20 times. In the previous 5 fixtures, the 20th of February 2018 was the first of the 5. We drew 1-1. The 11th of August 2018, my birthday, we lost 1-0. The 12th of January 2019, we beat them 2-0. The 11th of January was the 1-1 at home, which was the Jordan Obita own goal, 90-something minute absolute shithousery. That was epic. And then the 22nd of January 2020, drew 1-1, which we scored in the last minute again with Mr. Samba in goal that made another mistake. So, and let's have a look at their previous fixtures. What's that?
Let's have a think about that because quite often, a lot of Nottingham Forest fans have said that Bryce Samba's the best keeper in the league. He makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. So let's look at Nottingham Forest's previous 6 games. Going back to November, they beat Coventry 2-1. Then they beat Wycombe 2-0, but then they lost to Barnsley 2-0, lost to Bournemouth 2-0, lost to Swansea 1-0, and drew against Watford Wednesday 0-0. Going into the 12:30 kickoff Saturday, which I thought was 3 o'clock, 12:30 kickoff, which I will be attending to, and the big breaking news type thing. I don't know, it's breaking news, but I will be doing the first ever vlog on the channel where I will be recording what it's like getting to the ground, what it's like going in the ground, get some father-in-law, see what he thinks about the game, get his views at halftime and my halftime, and I'll put all of it, condense it down, and after the game, and then what we will do is we will release it Sunday morning, maybe early in the morning or Saturday evening, but it's my daughter's birthday Saturday, which they've kindly let me go to the game, because if I didn't, I think I would have lost, would be sensible. But they've let me go, so we'll be going to the game. We'll be doing a vlog. I will not be recording during the game to get my reactions to goals and stuff, because I hate when people do that. It annoys me. You will just get my reaction at half time. You might get a few clips of me recording what's going on the pitch, but that's about it. You'll get my views at half time. You get my full-time verdict. There might not be any Instagram live because I've got to try and find a way of getting home, but we will be doing that. So how are you feeling about this game? You confident for this game?
I thought it was going to be a draw until what you've just said.
Mm-hmm.
What I took from that is Forest don't tend to score many goals. I mean, they've got Lyle Taylor up front. He's shit. So, yeah, I just got a little bit more confident. Originally, I predicted a 2-2. I think I'm going to change it to a 2-0.
Change it to
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to probably might go the same as you. It's either going to be a 1-0 or 2-0 win. They might get a goal. I'm not overly confident in them scoring. But I want to go and have a look at their previous lineup to see if there's anyone that I would see that would be quite deadly. Let's have a look. So their lineup against Watford was Bryce Samba in goal, Joe Worrell, Figueiredo, Ribeiro, Cyrus Christie, Ryan Yates, Cafu. Yes, that is right, Cafu. Harriet Arter, Lyle Taylor. Oh, I've just seen who's on the Nottingham Forest team. Anthony Knockhart.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And Joe Lolly. And on their bench, they only made one sub, Nottingham Forest, during the whole of that game against Watford. They have Sammy Amiobi, Michael Dawson, Alex Myton, Will Swan, Carl Jenkinson, the former Arsenal player, and no one else that I can really pronounce or look at the bench. To me, I look at that team and I go, yeah. Anthony Knockhart will get a goal. That's why I'm changing my thing. Anthony Knockhart against Reading. He loves playing against Reading. So I'm going 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Reading against Nottingham Forest. It's going to be a good game. Looking forward to going back. You can watch it on Sky. It's on Sky Sports at 12:30 for everyone to watch. How do you think how it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be a massive difference now because there's only 2,000 fans and they're all in the I think they're all in the East Stand for it. It's good to have fans back, isn't it? Slowly but surely.
Yeah, you saw how it impacted a couple of teams in the week. Luton beating Norwich 3-1. It does make a bit of an impact, I reckon.
The home teams, I think, are now going to start picking up more points. I think if we look at it, when during the pandemic and during the lockdown and no fans being in, the away team has had more of an advantage because you're going there not thinking about the fans or anything like that. Now the home team have got their fans behind them and cheering them on and getting, well, maybe not cheering so much because we're not allowed to shout that much, but you've got fans there that are trying to gear up the home players, and that's going to give an extra gear to the home team, isn't it? Do you not think it's going to give the home team more oomph than it is the aways?
Yeah, I think it will surprise a few.
It's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah.
So you're going 2-0, sorry, and I'm going to go 2-1. And we're going to see how that goes. And then we will be back with you on Monday with Mr. Friday, where we will record it Sunday. We will talk about the game. I will tell you about my experience.
Sunday League's back. Sunday League's back.
Yeah. Where I will tell you my experiences during the game, what I thought about it, how I thought of it, and everything. I will tell you about that. And we will discuss about the game, and we got a midweek. Yeah, we got Birmingham coming up on the Wednesday night. But we will discuss that game and do a build up to that game as well, talking about it, where we think we're going to go, and do that. But don't forget, we will be with you guys again next week for 5 episodes, where we will be on Tuesday. We will be doing a review of the NXT War Games pay-per-view that's happening Sunday. So we will be doing a review of that pay-per-view on Tuesday. Wednesday, we will be doing the review of the Sochi Grand Prix, where we will discuss how we think George Russell gets on in the Mercedes in the absence of Hamilton, or we will discuss about other Grand Prix in general. Hopefully, we don't have an incident like Grosjean again, because that was horrible. And then on Thursday, we will be doing our normal NFL podcast where we will be reviewing all the predictions we did over the weekend for you guys, and we will be having a little chat about the stories coming forward. And then on Friday, we will be building up to the game that we have next weekend, which I don't know which it is. Who are we playing next Saturday? Are we playing next Saturday? We're probably on Sky again, aren't we? Since Leeds are gone, we've turned into Sky. Oh, we got QPR, but we're not on Sky for a QPR game, which is very weird. Which is 3 p.m. at Loftus Road. So we will be doing a build up to that. So we will see you guys. Thank you ever so much for joining. I know this was a short one, but short and sweet, as they say. Get to the point, get it done. That's what the missus says. And we will see you guys very soon. Bye.